Girlfriend is having anxiety over the possibility of me being disloyal. How should I handle it? She's my first ever partner and I'm literally head over heels. We've been together 8 months, we were friends for a couple years beforehand. She's my favorite person I've ever known. I've never felt so understood, accepted, and loved so deeply. I would do anything for her. She knows this too, I tell her all the time. And she loves me too. We're both patient, kind, and we both have strong morals and plenty of interests in common. But this week she's expressed some anxiety and paranoid thoughts she's having. Although we don't mention it directly because it's really uncomfortable, it's definitely about me being disloyal and finding someone else. She had a dream I had cheated on her. I can sense there's a bit of awkwardness, a slight barrier at times since then. We still laugh and hang out and do all the cute things, but she's still having this anxiety. I'm doing all I can to let her know how much I care for her. I'm trying to be the best boyfriend ever and reassure her in every way I can, but the mind is a powerful thing. And she has a lot of trauma related to betrayal, whether that be past friends, family, and partners. So I understand why she might be projecting that theme onto me. It comes from a place of fear. Is there anything I should do to handle the situation? It's really hard to talk about. And it feels like the more I try to rationalize it, the more I feel guilty and ashamed, even though I haven't done anything. Comnet. My advice is to talk to her about this in the context of your core values and character. Let her know you would never cheat, not just because you care about her, but also because you consider it to be morally wrong. I think a related issue might be her fear that you could realistically lose feelings one day. She could too. At 8 months, the infatuation phase of this relationship is probably coming to an end soon. During the next phase of a relationship, after things have cooled off a little, couples typically figure out how they really feel about each other and whether or not the relationship is likely to last. This might be something to keep in mind and talk about. Ugh, those kind of dreams are the worst. They can really get into your head if you let them, and even if you logically know they're just dreams, your body's physical response is very real. I have OCD and anxiety that likes to nose into my relationship sometimes. Not saying that's what she's going through, just that I get how much it sucks when something like that gets stuck in your head. Some healthy things that help me when I'm in that place are therapy, looking at my fear and saying, and if it does happen, then so what, and finding something that helps keep my mind from focusing on it, like playing a soothing game or making some art. Also, is it possible that there are things she hasn't shared with you about her past experiences? Or perhaps there's a certain point in the relationship or time of year that might be making it hard for her. It's tricky because of course we want to reassure and support our partners, but also there has to be a line where you take care of yourself too. All the reassurance in the world from you won't fix the internal work she has to do to mend her traumas and build a good toolkit to deal with them. You can't do nothing, she has to fix her shit to be okay with herself and everyone else. If she doesn't want to get well is a basket case. Next story 2. My dad may be in a relationship with a girl my age who has a child. First of all, I am using Google because my English is very bad. I am from Mexico, and this is going to be long. To sum up my life, I grew up in a dysfunctional family, screams all the time and stuff. My parents are still together, but it's a weird mix of being a couple and roommates at the same time. It's been that way ever since my mom cheated on him with her boss almost 7 years ago. After all the trouble it caused for 3 years, 4 years ago I came to the conclusion to do what they want. The thing is, about a month ago my father started mentioning this girl Jay. She is the mother of a 3-year-old boy, saying that he was giving her advice and support because she is alone. Her father is out of the picture, she is fighting with her mother and she don't has any more family near, cause she is from another state. From the beginning I had a bad feeling about it. Later I found out that Jay was the lover and victim of his boss P.M. 50-. He met her when Jay was around 15 and was pregnant at 17. There was a denunciation for the crime called estupro in my country but was withdrew. Now J lives in a house belonging to P and P gives her money all the weeks for food, medicine, and that. And my father has been acting strange. A week ago J wrote him, "You do me good." I saw it by accident when we were eating, and today I saw that my father called her love. I don't know. I know that ultimately they're both adults and I shouldn't assume the worst, but I can't stop to feel disgusted. Wouldn't he feel that way too if I introduce his to a boyfriend his age? And I think it's so wrong. To me it's like he's taking advantage. She's in an incredibly vulnerable position, damn it. Jay doesn't even have neighbors to talk to. Honestly, right now I want to leave the house and put this aside, but I can't take it financially for at least until next month. I just know that if he wants me to accept her as a secondary partner, or even if he divorces my mom, she don't knows none of this, I won't take any of that shit. Sorry if you don't understand anything, but I'm a mess right now and just wanted to vent. Comment. There is just not enough information here. Ask your father straight out what the relationship is. I can't tell if he is just helping someone out that he views as a daughter or is looking for a girlfriend. The translation makes perfect sense. What your father is doing is wrong. He is crossing boundaries and absolutely taking advantage of a young, abused and inexperienced woman in a vulnerable position, even if she may be reaching out to him. You have every right to feel the way that you do. It's up to you how you want to deal with it. You can let him know and share your feelings on it, or you can let your mother know, or you can also do nothing and get out of there as soon as you can. No matter what you choose, it's not the wrong choice. I'm sorry you've discovered this. What he is doing is wrong. You may not know the entire extent of the truth behind it, but what you see already is not okay, and he deserves to suffer the consequences when you or others find out. Next, story 3. I have a crush on my friend, but I'm scared to confess. What do I do? We've been really close. She likes to hang out with me, she always wants to get coffee with me, eat out. Her family likes me, I get invited to her house, she's came to my house and we've watched movies. Eventually I caught feelings the more we hung out. I sometimes think she likes me too because of what she says behind my back. Her sister told me she said she has a soft side for me, and she tells me about dreams she has of us staying in hotels, which weirds me out a bit, but she brings it up. The only downside is she talks down about intimacy and thinks it's gross, so I don't know if it will be a great fit. She's been in a one relationship, however she doesn't count it because she's stated she's never fell in love with someone. Another thing she does is she sometimes acts dry at times and doesn't want to talk, but yet she gets upset when I do the same and distance myself from her. She gets upset that I'm busy and I don't hang out with her. She likes to make a lot of jokes about me being a virgin, and she always talks about how she's not surprised a lot of girls hit on me because of how attractive I am. I just know I like her, and especially from having words of encouragement from her own family to ask her out, it gets me thinking, what if? However, I don't know if I'll be selfish and ruin anything close we have. I kind of don't care if it lands me in hot water, I just want to tell her how I feel before I go off and embark on my career. You should say LOL. And if I get rejected, so be it. I've never confessed to a girl and I'm nervous. Comnet. How many clues do you need? LOL. Smiley face, even her family tells you. But you don't have to confess, just escalate things with her. You will see if she wants to be with you. It's cause I'm scared, what if I'm making her overstep her boundaries? She always tells me about other guys hitting on her and she laughs about it and calls it disgusting. What if she'll look at me the same way and she rejects me just like everyone else that has asked her out? Do you want to be an orbiter, or do you want to know where you stand with her? To be or not to be? Time to ask her out, and try to give her a kiss at the end. Don't confess love, or talk about relationships, or the two of you, or any of that stuff. Just take her out, have fun together, and try to give her a kiss at the end.